This is the only thing standing between me and my depression symptoms. I'm Commander Mimi, and I'm about to share some deep stuff with you. Buckle up, because this was a ride of a week. Alright, let's start strong, and you might want to think it's freezing cold plunges, and yes, that helps a ton. I do this every morning, and it helps, but that's not it. And let's start by saying, okay, well, I actually do a bunch of things to keep the symptoms away. And you might think, like, come on, like, this, you can't be depressed. And I'm not, but at a point, I was. In this video, you will see my daily routine, and the routine that I cannot skip. Because whenever I skip something, I start feeling it. I start feeling the symptoms slowly creeping in. And, I like to blame it on genetics, but I wasn't like this always. In fact, I say I was the opposite. I was a person that something would happen and I'd get, like, furious and angry and let's go about it.
We finished beating each other up, now we're gonna go get pretty.
But after I had a situation happen to me that I'll tell you about, then that whole... I'm still like that, I get like, but those symptoms start creeping in, and I start feeling sad, and I start feeling like helpless and hopeless, and it sucks. So, yeah, but it was really, really bad at some point. So what happened, this is me taking my kid to jiu-jitsu, and she got her second stripe, so proud of her. Anyways, it's a whole routine, see, this whole thing is every day. And I gotta stick to it. That's what saves me. So what happened is that when my kids, I have 3 kids. When my youngest, the one that's in the bucket, when she was 1 month old, she got RSV. She woke up super early. And I'm working on my phone. And we're just chilling here. I'm trying to read and trying to work here. Yep, I didn't sleep, I didn't work, so I got sad.
I get frustrated too because I woke up early to work and I didn't get to work. Life happens and life keeps throwing shit at me, and that's okay. I'm a problem solver, so what I have to do is I just have to find a different way. A different system, something that will work.
And that's the mindset that has been helping me since then. Basically, there are some things that life happens to you, but if you just keep thinking that shit happens to you, then there's no control, right? But you have to find a way to take back control over the shit that happens to you and just find the things that you can command. So, anyways, this exactly is the one thing that I have control over. It's me showing up and working out and having fun with my friends. So, if you don't know what RSV is, it's just a respiratory virus, and but for babies, it's pretty bad. So we were in the hospital for about over a week, and shit, it was bad.
Finished with my clients.
I don't know if you can picture this, but one night my baby, she just got a fever, and we're worried and everything, but then she starts not eating, and she didn't eat the whole night. So I'm like, okay, let's go take her to the hospital. We take her because she's not eating, and they're like, okay, it's fine. Like, doctors seem like, okay, she's fine, it's probably just a fever. And then they check her oxygen, and everybody starts just buzzing around like something really bad is happening. So everything looked like it was fine for the first 30 minutes that we were there, and then all of a sudden everything starts getting pretty bad. They come back, she got RSV positive, so everybody starts like going crazy, and they're like, okay, we gotta take her to the kids hospital. They bring the ambulance. I'm like, what is going on? They start trying to put tubes in her. Oh, look, this is me going to my oldest school. They asked me to go with her because she has sensory differences, and I grew up like that and I didn't know. And apparently my husband grew up with also some of his own differences. So yeah, my kid got all of that. So she has a little bit of a hard time sometimes in school.
Just came back from my daughter's school. They wanted me to go to just support her like through the activities that they have, because she tends to be a little bit more, she waits,
She wants to know what's happening instead of, taking initiative. So they wanted mama to be there to encourage her to take those actions and be a lot more assertive, perhaps, and just go ahead and do her activities, because they're a self-directed type of school. Anyways, I come back home, and the most frustrating part, I guess, about having kids is that I want to sit and talk to my husband, and the girls are being a handful today. They're just like, this and that. I'm like, I can't talk to you. So we're just gonna wait until the food. Today, usually he cooks, and today is his day off of cooking, so we're gonna order some food. It's gonna get here, and we're just going to, that's usually the time that they're a little bit more quiet and we can sit and actually talk. You wouldn't believe how supportive is my husband. He's really the most amazing husband in the world. And yeah, when I get sad, it's I can't, before whatever happened, we would have these long talks and our therapy sessions and just talk to each other. And after having kids, that's just not as doable anymore. We still give each other, make sure we give each other daily time, during lunches, whenever the girls will just get quiet for a bit. So that's the time that we have to talk. And then sometimes we'll put a little bit of TV for them, and we'll go in the room and get updated and just be with each other. But in general, it's kind of hard. So if it was just him and I think I'd be an easier time to handle my symptoms when they come. But I don't have him as much as I wish I did. So I need to get other stuff. And that is for me, my cold plunge, exercise, my work too. So I have my recipe for a good day. That's build, connect, and fight. And that's what I must have every day in order to feel okay. And I keep an eye on my mood. If I start feeling sad, I really keep an eye on how I'm feeling, and I give myself some dopamine fix, right? So what is it? I'm not feeling that great. Okay, what do I need? Maybe some time with my husband. This is he doing his effort to just come out every time that he sees that I'm getting home. He's how amazing is he? So everything that I know has a good positive dopamine force in me, that's what I'll do. I'm very tired. More emotionally, because the girls were just crying and I tried to be there for them. It's really hard, so just breathe. I hope you guys are ready for a rant. I feel better now, but earlier this morning I just spent a whole hour, maybe, talking to my husband about how difficult it was for me yesterday, because I was with the girls, and man, this whole week, so the other 2 weeks I wasn't feeling okay health-wise, right? So I was barely maintaining. It was very hard to work, remember? So, okay, now I feel better. Now I'm feeling better physically. The girls, they have been just they make a mess, and then another one, and then I just touch my girl's hair, and because I'm petting her, I'm like, I love you, and she's like, so I'm like, fuck, dude, it's just constant crying, and it just sometimes feels like shit, there's nothing that I can do to help you just be in a better mood. I'm trying to keep myself in a good mood. And also because I'm feeling that I didn't work, I think it has to do that I didn't work that much the last couple weeks, right? So this week I'm like, shit, I really want to get this done. I really want to go ahead and finish the go ahead in the app, finish the contract and all the legal protections that I need to have, and just thinking about how can my users basically use this tool for negative and destructive purposes and help them not fall for that, and just give them disclaimers and all that, so that if you use the app and it tells you, yeah, your partner, it kind of sounds are they stonewalling you, and it sounds kind of abusive, and then they're like, oh, haha, I knew it, and then they go and show their partner look, you're abusive, the app says so too, I knew it, and that's not that's not going to get you what you want. That's a very destructive strategy to actually give you the loving and respectful relationship that you want. Going in and accusing them of being abusive rather than, requesting, like, I this is the type of dynamic that I want. Do you want it or no? No, you fucking okay, then you're not it. And then you honor your boundaries. That is constructive. That is assertive. Not just going in and accusing. That's just no one's gonna like that. Anyways, so that's what I've been working on. How do I protect my users from themselves, and how do I how they can use this app not so great, and also like legal protections of the app, because I can't control what the app says, right? I'm trying to build this prompt, but sometimes AI, man, does whatever it fucking wants. So I'm like, why are you telling me this? This sounds judgmental. Like it was doing some weird stuff of like, yeah, you're avoiding this, and I'm like, in no way, or no, it told me like you're about to criticize Joey, and I'm like, in no way moment I was going to tell him that. If you notice, I said I love him because he tries to make us happy. He tries to give us everything we want. The problem is that it makes me uneasy about money and da. So I need to communicate that. What's wrong with that? And it's like, oh yeah, you're right, you did say that. And because I'm like, I'm feeling very judged right now on something that I wasn't even going to do. So yeah, like the thing, AI tends to be like a little judgmental when you ask it to be like super honest about everything, and you can say things without being judgmental. And that's also what I'm teaching my users, right? You can say, is this what's happening? Like this is what I'm seeing, this is the pattern that I'm seeing, that's subjective, this is what you said, this is what you did, and I'm wondering if it's because you tend to think this, or is this what you want to do? Is this what you're going to do because this is criticism, right? That's giving information. Now, AI has issues with that, so I'm trying to fix it, and it's working. It's getting fixed. Anyways, there's so much to do. There's so much to fix, and I feel like I have little time. Like I wake up. I was last week. I was like, okay, fuck it. Like I'm just going to wake up at 5 because that's my work time. I'm gonna wake up at 5, and if I go to sleep at like 8:30, I shouldn't have enough sleep. Well, I did that, and still it's not enough sleep. I was starting to feel like crap. I'm gonna let myself sleep 2 days, and yeah, same thing. I go to sleep same. I'm like, look, like 9:30 I'm asleep, I wake up at 6:30, dude, and I still like, that's to like, currently that's me sleeping a little over 8 hours, and that's how much sleep my body needs, probably because I work out that much. And so that leaves me with like, I wake up, I'm taking care of the girls, getting them ready to sleep, to go to school. Then Joey takes them to class. Then I have like maybe an hour to work, and then I have to get myself ready to go to the gym, and then I come back, and then I eat my lunch, and then I have like about that time, and maybe like 30 minutes to talk to Joey, because we need to talk. We need some time for ourselves every day, because I love that dude and I love spending time with him. So sometimes it's a little longer of that time, but that's my Joey time. That's what I want our time to be. So we do that, and then I have a client, or then I have like maybe an hour or maybe half an hour to do something. But that's usually the times that I have a client. And then I have to go pick up Leora to school, then I have to go take her to jiu-jitsu, then I come back, and then I have a messy house, and I have like an hour to get the house cleaned up, which is barely enough time for the amount of mess there is. And if I have energy, because I'm like super like just dragging my feet by that time, not just because physically I'm okay, because I'm only doing like an hour and a half of physical activity, which honestly it's okay. I used to do 3 to 4 hours every day, and that I used to be like dragging my feet because that was a lot. This time, an hour and a half, it's all right. And so I have the physical capacity to clean up. I'm just emotionally drained from trying to be there for my kids and them just hitting each other, pulling each other's hair, being mean to each other, and I'm like, yo, like, what is this bullshit? Like, why the need to make it so miserable? So why? So I stay there, and what the hell is this? Why is it like my expectations are like so different, and that puts me down. So I gotta work a little bit on my thoughts on that aspect, right? Of expecting kids to be kids and be mean to each other. And really, my job right now is to teach them over and over again how to handle conflict. And I remind them, guys, I want us to get along because we have each other for life, and we need to learn how to deal with each other's differences and how to handle them, and how to find the happy middle, how much space we need from each other, how much, all of that. I need to teach them how to handle conflict so they can be friends as adults. So yeah, expectation is that takes a lot of work. They're kids. It's a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, and a 4-year-old, and they have big feelings and they don't know how to hide them. So it's a lot. And that's even if sometimes I bitch about my expectations and I like readjust them, it's still emotionally draining to be hearing I'm sensitive. I'm like, at some point yesterday I was like, oh my god, like I remember this is the reason why I was never a party girl, because I could not, I would just get overwhelmed with all the music and the people and like all the movement. Like I was never cool with that. Like I would go to a party and be like, whoa, this is a lot of noise. This is a lot for me. So I'm gonna stay out. I'm just gonna go to my house, and I would like just to be with like 1 or 2 friends, and then we can, like, I would maybe drink sometimes, but it would just be like like just a small group of people, and that's it. That I'd be comfortable with. So I have my sensory, differences. So I really was like really having a hard time just breathing and trying to calm down through the chaos, because they're being kids, they're having fun. And that doesn't mean that I have to be okay with that, but also I want to let them do that. So it just really took a lot from me. And so also I'm not being able to be the best mother, because I'm like, if you give enough time for, like, if you only have half an hour to put them to sleep, like, that's going to happen, but only if you're just like, okay, you're forcing your way through it. And with kids, it's never a good idea to force yourself. Like, and nobody's going to be happy. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a power struggle. It's not great. So it's better to have just more time to be patient, to let them doing on their own. And what is this? I think I'm on the wrong place. Okay. Anyways, you gotta allow that time, because their kids are learning, so they need that time. So I know that I need to give them like at least an hour to, I'm cleaning the house, but I need at least an hour to put them in the bath, to brush their teeth, to put their pajamas, to give them a snack, but not snack, like all that. So shit, like, by the time I'm just like, I'm so done, and I know that I haven't had, like, by that time, like, I only had 1 hour to work. Really? I'm like, fuck, like, this needs to change. And then if for some reason in that hour they were like asking me to do something, or they were getting me distracted, like, I didn't get shit done. So every day I've been feeling like, I'm marking, I'm keeping count of what I do, and it's just like one thing, and a bunch of those things are just maintenance. Like, I had to do my nails because they were growing, and I'm gonna scratch my partners. I don't want to scratch my partners. I've seen some gnarly cuts lately, and I'm like, ooh, like, I don't scratch them. It was someone else, but I don't want to do that. So I gotta keep myself. So anyways, I'm like, okay, I have to do that. It's maintenance, but it feels like a waste of time when it's maintenance, when I have to do it. Oh shit, man. So it's like, really? I just did that? And I just answered to the developer, and that's all I did today. fuck? Okay. Like, what? And I was thinking, right? I wake up at 5 a.m. and yeah, definitely I was doing a little bit more when I was waking up at 5 a.m. But I was like, this is not working because, and I got super frustrated because the day that I woke up at 5 a.m., my girl happened to wake up at fucking 5:30. Holy shit. Anyways, so that day I didn't get anything work because I was just taking care of kids. Even through like my massive effort of waking up early, I didn't get to work. Oh my god. And like that just felt like a slap to the face. So fuck, man. It just kept feeling like, man, like no matter how much I try, like I get no work done. Like I'm just, and then this morning my husband, he's just like, you're doing a lot. Like you're being a mom, you're training, you're using all that time in training. And the thing is, apparently, I'm working with my app too, because I'm my app developed the app for myself and for my husband and for all of you guys. But I use it, so it's telling me, like, yeah, it just seems like you are so, like, holding on to your training and you were watching your videos and editing your videos a little more than I needed to. I was watching my videos, because you see how competent you are doing that, and everything else you're kind of feeling not very competent. You're not being able to work as much as you want to have that, to be the person that you want to be in work. So the only place where you actually get to shine is during your workouts show, like just there you get to do a very good job. So it makes sense that you'd be wanting to watch those and have that time. So yeah, dude. That's why I'm like right now, like I cannot not train, because it's the only thing that keeps me like thinking like, oh, you're good, you don't suck, all right, keep on going, you got this. You just gotta like do it and just maybe take some time and do it one thing at a time, one step at a time, right? That's it. That's all we can do. So what are the dopamine hits I look for? My people make me happy. I look for cuddles and hugs or physical activity, or I blast music, I dance, I go into the cold plunge and I focus on breathing. Or I go outside, get some sunlight, get some nature. I focus on feeling grateful, focus on my senses, on stretching my body, feeling my body. Just get those good dopamine, not bad dopamine. That was so nice. I feel so good. So yeah, keeping an eye on my mood and looking at the menu of options that I have to feel better and picking one is what keeps me good. All right, I am done with my clients. Let's go pick up my daughter. And the kids have been a little bit worse in general because the youngest one, she is potty training. So it's a big change for her, losing her diapers, and she wants to be a baby. She doesn't want to grow up. That's what she says. So it's been really tough for her. And she's being mean to everybody. She's been making the other ones kind of miserable. She's been pulling their hair and pushing them. So they are also in a bad mood because she gets them in a bad mood, obviously. So it's a lot of teaching her and being there for her. She wants to be carried now every day, and then the other one, the middle one, sees that I'm carrying the baby, and then she wants to be carried too. So it's being a lot of being there for them. So I just order myself a new sling because I'm like, how am I gonna, I don't want to be carrying them. So I just figure it out like the Mexican way, right, with the with that, and I'll just order an actual baby sling, even though, because I gave up the ones that I had because I didn't think I was going to have to be carrying babies anymore. But see, that's how I go about in the mornings. Excuse the dirty mirror. So to go back to this story, so you understand a little bit how this happens, it's not just thoughts, because there's a lot of people that believe like, oh yeah, depression is just, the way that you think. And yeah, it has a lot to do with it, the CBT mentality, but it's not. I'm gonna maybe blame it on biology too, because my dad, he was obviously depressive. He did go through depression, and he ended up killing himself. So I think there's some of biology, but I did not was like this before. I felt a difference in my body when they were putting all those tubes inside my baby. and I felt super hopeless. I don't know, just my body, because I was by myself because my husband just dropped me off. He thought it was going to be fast, so he just dropped me off in the hospital, and because someone had to be taking care of the other 2 kids, so I just went in with my baby. So I was by myself with the baby, and I felt hopeless just watching them do this to my baby, and my body just started, when you're like super cold and just shivering, that's what my body started doing, and my jaw just kept on like clicking, and I've never felt that way in my life. So I know that my body went through that. This is me working out with Ashley Tyner. She's an amazing friend, man. She always picks me up.
Even if it's not delicious, I'm down for a bomb. Let's see. What you put in there? Everything. Bring it.
And did I mention that she used to be a cook and cooks super, super delicious?
Oh, he was looking at me. No, he's not. Hi. Never.
I felt renewed after this, for real.
Just took my cold plunge, and now we get all cozy.
As you can obviously see, I look a lot happier. I look better. It's just, I really have to keep in mind how I'm feeling and go work out and see my friends and do things that fill up my cup.
In the mornings, I usually have a cold plunge. And then I get myself more cozy with my onesies. And then my coffee is almost ready. I just put in some protein so that it tastes like a mocha. No sugar, just the protein makes it super, super sweet. Right, and then I have my collagen and the coffee and my vitamins. And that's it. Yesterday, I went to spend some time with Ashley Tyner, and she gave me her super recipe for after training, which I just have a stick of LMNT after training. That's all I have. And then she does add her stick of LMNT, and then athletic greens and some other pills and what amino acids? No, just amino acids. Wait, what's it in your hands? Like the chicken nuggets. After how long did it take us? I tend to forget. How long did it take us to get ready?
An hour.
Like an hour to get out, just because the girls. Right, we're riding to Legion. Such a nice place to roll, because here's where most people go that they want to train for a competition or something. So let's go.
Yeah, this week was just started really tough because I wasn't being able to connect with my girls that much because, they were extra difficult, asking more, complaining a lot more, and that's just tough. And whenever I wanted to work, they just needed me, and I wasn't able to make the time where my system is not set enough so that I can just step out and work. Which, my mistake, I'm building better systems so that I can protect my recipe for a good day. This girl killed me.
This girl. Dude.
And this girl right here, she's also a mama free. We're really bonded and talked a little bit about how hard it is. And it helped me, relationships and really talking to people. It really helps out. And, after that whole episode with my baby, my body, that's what other people just don't tell you. Yeah, your thoughts and everything, but just my body just felt heavy. I just felt this sadness. Everything felt so hard. It was a very, very dark moment for me, and I remember my husband being like, "You just can't be like this. You got to do something." And something happened that my little brother was going to this local Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu gym, and he's like, how about you go too?
I'm done.
It was so hard for me to go that he would drive me there. I felt like I couldn't drive myself. So yeah, he drove me to the gym, and of course I couldn't do it every day. Back then I started with 3 times a week, just Muay Thai, Then I added another day so that I was going 5 times a week. And then I joined the MMA class. And then he's like, you know what? You need to take, the coach, he was like, okay, you need to take jiu-jitsu too, to like get you better on that. And so then I started, the MMA. And then 1 month went by and I was now taking jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai. So that's how it started. I felt a difference of how like I had to push myself to be there. I remember just getting there and just laying down on the floor and be like, can I really like move right now? Like, oh my God, like just getting there. And you have to move. Like once they're like, okay, class starting, stand up. Okay, go punch her, right? Like you have to move because you're gonna get punched. So that putting myself there just by any means really helped me pick myself up. Just getting that movement just gave me a little something to feel good about myself. And it wasn't that I was thinking like, oh, I'm a terrible mother, or like I wasn't having any like dark thoughts. It was just getting there because my body was feeling so heavy after going through so much stress of seeing my child and feeling so helpless. Like I never felt like that in my life before. So that told me you have to make it to the gym. Like no matter how you feel, like you feel exhausted, like you just can't do it right now, you just have to. Because I know that after I come back from the gym, I know that I'm going to feel a little bit better. And I'm going to feel like, I'm going to think, well, I did something at least. And that's going to pick me up a little bit. And using all my energy there, actually, I realized like I'm building energy. So that's why I have to make it to the gym. Whenever I feel this sadness, for me, that is a cue. It's a trigger. Like you have to make it. And this week, talking to my app, like I told you, it was telling me, like, yeah, of course, it makes sense. You're not being able to feel very, very connected with your kids. Your husband is, like, I feel really connected with him, but when the kids are being difficult, it's just hard to be with them because they're making it difficult to be with them. So he actually has to take care of them and I take some space. Or there I take care of them and he takes some space. So kind of, it just makes everything harder. So I know, like he's told me, when you're not okay, it's very hard for me to handle everything. So when you're in a good mood, I just see you and I feel better and I can handle all of this. And I see it. I've seen it when I'm like, okay, of course, we're not like, okay, you have to be happy. You know, we accept each other's moods and we try to be there for each other. We're not trying to fix each other's moods or fix each other's feelings. We're just there because we know that if we are there, if we're compassionate, if we just give it the time that the feeling needs and figure out what it means for okay, you feel sad, what does that mean to you, right? How you're grieving something or whatever, like what is it that would help you feel better, and we try to figure that out together and be there. And of course, we're both really tough people, like very like hard-minded, I would say. So we also don't let each other indulge in the feelings. Like when is it productive to actually be, you know, thinking about this feeling or ruminating about this? Like when is it time to not snap out but like get into action? So there is a time for everything, and we just try to be careful of each other, not try to snap out, because that usually doesn't like actually lead to connection, right? And understanding what's actually happening, but also indulging and going through the rabbit hole of, oh, I feel this way, then we're gonna lose our pace, and that's important to us. That's important to our dreams. So yeah, it's kind of nice to have him by my side through this, and I'm pretty sure that eventually my body will regulate and not maybe need this as much. But I also like it. I think about it, I'm like, no, that this is, you know, part of my lifestyle now. I like it. I like going to the gym and just squeezing all my energy out, and I know that my energy tanks will like grow, and that's why kind of people tell me like, you don't get tired, like what the hell? And I'm like, yeah, because I like really squeeze, try to get all out of me, and I know that it's like a tank, you know, like a muscle, it'll grow stronger, and I like that. And also, now that I think about my ideal lifestyle, okay, how does my ideal day look like? Yeah, it looks like this. I just wake up, get into the cold plunge, I work a little bit, I either create content or create a book or a tool for my kids to learn how to set boundaries, learn how to filter out relationships, and build a world that helps them thrive and not fall into toxic dynamics. That's all I want. And of course, if I'm helping my daughters, I'm helping the past version of me, I'm helping you realize that too, right? Like, what's a healthy relationship, what's not, and basically what can I do about it. So the app is not ready yet, so you can go to my website and join the waitlist, or you can just send me a message and I'll send you the prompt and you can just do it like that. So overall, this was an amazing week. Thank you guys for listening and see you next week.